Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome back to the Cactus Pit Podcast. I'm your host, Shawn Drinkz.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan, the Bearded Bastard, and today's guest is Mr. Caleb Knight by way of Queens, New York. Welcome, Caleb.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, appreciate you.
Welcome to the podcast, Caleb. Also, owner All My Sons moving people across the country, worldwide, making things happen.
Moving sofas left and right.
Moving sofas, dude. I've slept on some sofas over the years.
I slept on one the other night.
Oh, yeah?
At my own house.
Oh.
I got a little too toasted, and I was like, you know what? I'm sleeping on the couch tonight, so fuck it.
You can't risk that long walk to the bedroom.
Nah, it's not worth it. I live in a two-story building.
You're there,
so.
you're planted, you say, you know what? This is my home now.
Yep.
Sometimes you just got to stay where you lay.
It's my trust tree.
Yes.
Trust tree?
I'm in the nest. I'm
Yeah.
in the nest right now. I'm secure. Emotionally, I'm in a great place.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very important. Very important. You know, when I lay my head down at night, usually on the couch, I just pass out sitting up sometimes. I'll just be so tired from work. You know, I'll just be sitting there and I'll just zonk out. That's how you know you needed one.
Yeah, you need to get some rest, man. Balance.
Get them zonks. Get them zonks. So
But you're also ready in case something pops off.
Caleb, I got to ask you, as a New York guy, man, how's the transition to Texas been treating you? What do you think about Texas?
It's a great place. Taxes are a lot easier on the family. Your public transit's horrible. If you don't have a car, you're totally, you're on Fook Island.
You're fucked.
You're fucked. Otherwise, no complaints.
Yeah.
I like the concrete road. I drive much faster. Right in New York, 55, 60s the max. I don't even know how to drive that slow any longer. It's something happens where you're like physically you can't get down in the 50s.
No, I feel that,
something
man.
Happens.
I totally feel that because
when you come to Texas.
Yeah, no doubt. Because I moved here like a little over 2 years ago, and I remember coming in. I don't remember what specific city it was, but the speed limit sign was 80, and I'm like, let's go.
Yeah, this is great.
Let's go.
I used to, you couldn't own a knife more than 4 fingers. I have I had so many guns. I had to buy a safe, which is good.
Yeah,
I think. So yeah, overall it's going fine. My kids are Texans.
Yes, yeah, they are Texans.
My kids are both Texans.
Correct.
Texas Met fans.
Yeah.
They'd be all right.
They're going to be great. I think the reason that people's manners in traffic are like, hey, fuck you and all this, and
we're having to drive slow.
Because in Texas there just might be an arsenal of weapons in that truck behind you.
That'll keep you honest.
So you turn that 1 into 2. You say, hey man, it's all good, baby.
Right, in New York, you just throw a Snapple bottle at them or something.
Snapple bottle.
Yeah.
You ever remember? Do y'all remember Sobe, like with the lizard, the drink? Like,
is that no longer?
Well, I say remember, like it's not a thing anymore. But do you like? I haven't had one in a long time, so I remember like in middle school and a little bit of high school, like Sobe was like my shit, but like more so in middle school. So I grew up in New Orleans, and it was just such a big thing for me, and like all the different flavors and stuff like that. Looking like that was a good drink.
Arizona iced tea was like our kind of that kind of vibe. You get a little RDP. Waiting for the bus to go to school.
And it's $1.
City bus, right? Yeah, you get a butter roll off the counter and a coffee for some reason. You're 13, but you need a cup of coffee real quick, 70 cents. A little RDP.
Yes.
Right. You've got things to do. Yeah. You're in it too. You're in the mix.
You got to go,
right?
Dude, when it's
I see the rats too. We're all out here together.
Speaking of rats, you know what's big in New Orleans? Nutri-Rats. Those things are boom. Like, y'all know what I'm talking about? Nutri-Rats? Anybody? Nobody? No. Okay. Anyways, so
you're like a medical, like a Latin.
I don't know what's going
on there with the rat.
It must be the good food down there.
We just call them big fuckers. You get a big. I oversaw. So before I was in the movie business, I was in the food service business, and one of our locations, we had a large location in Canarsie, in Brooklyn. The rats got so big, they were tunneling through the frozen turkeys.
Oh God!
And we caught one of these rats. It had to be 3.5, 4 feet long with the tail, and I think it was wearing a coat made of other rats.
Oh damn!
This
king rat.
So good. Yeah, it was. We had captured the rest of them. They were unfazed, but we had captured something special. We thought.
He was a shot caller.
He was a shot caller.
He was a shot caller
Yeah,
rat.
yeah, exactly right.
You know, he's like, hey, Jimmy, go see if that's poison.
A lot of politics. You can't eat with the gerbils.
All right, Jimmy died. All right. Let's send little Tony over there. Tony, try that little.
You can't accept packages from the muskrats.
The muskrats they're a beast in their own. Yeah.
A lot of politics out there, from what I understand.
So Nutri-Rat, I think, is like a it's a real thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Google it. You'll see.
He
but
sounds from the
Nutri-Rat.
Midwest.
I might be
Like
pronouncing
a rat
it
that goes to like GMC or something. Like it gets
somewhere.
Very nutritious.
GMC's like a supplement rat.
He's
Yeah.
fucking fit. He's flexes. He's
yoked.
got traps.
He's all the whey protein.
He's like, I've been on my fucking nutrients.
Nutria. So I think so it was such a prominent thing in New Orleans, and there's a minor league baseball team. The name has been changed. I don't really remember exactly when, but it used to be the New Orleans Zephyrs, minor league baseball team. Their mascot was a Nutria-Rat. Huh?
Zephyr like the blimp or
The Zephyrs? The blimp? I'm not sure what you're talking about.
like a Zeppelin kind
The
of
Zeppelin.
vibe?
No, Zephyr,
Like
Zeppelin.
the Zeppelin from World War II.
No, this is
We
Zephyr.
off?
Zephyr.
What is a Zephyr then?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm
So
telling you.
for all you fucking know, it could be a
I'm
blimp.
telling you,
what,
it
just
could be.
immediately
It's a Red Hot Chili Peppers
retracted the
song.
blimp. For all you fucking know, it could be a gaggle of blimps.
All I know.
It's a giant
A
rat
Zephyr could be
floating a
like for fucking 13
blimp.
blimps.
All I
And you're
know.
over here blimp shaming me.
Blimping.
All I know is that the mascot was a Nutri-Rat, but they have since rebranded, and they're the baby.
As you think one would.
They're the baby cakes now, but they were the Nutri-Rats for like more than a decade. So I don't know when it changed, but they're the baby cakes now. I don't know. Anyways,
I don't want to know what the baby cakes are made out of. That's for sure.
king cake.
Oh, I get it. You bite the thing.
Yeah.
We had a minor league baseball team growing up in Oklahoma called the 89ers. 89ers baseball.
Yeah.
And there was a hill back in the day, and people get fucked up on it all the time, chasing home runs and dingers and foul balls. And you just go tumbling down. You go full sprint down the hill, just diving at it, just like trying to catch it, Back in the day, it was great because it was more loose than it is at the pro stadiums.
I remember
right?
growing up in New York, you'd be like, and doing Little League and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You'd go to other towns, you're like, man, they must be fucking rich. They've got infield grass. Look at this. Have you seen the infield in the Little League stadium? I mean, it's unbelievable.
I'm surprised you could identify grass growing up in New York.
Well, you get thrown off because the
this?
men's beer pitch league was you're going too long.
Wait, men's beer pitch league?
So everyone shared the parks, right? So your Little League played in the same,
Okay.
Softball, baseball, quote unquote fields, right? So there was no infield grass. It was just dirt, and your mound was ground level. And if your game went too long, right, especially Sunday,
Yeah.
the men's league's coming out. I mean, you better hurry up.
Just get on the ball. Do you guys used to play stickball back in the day in the streets? You get a broomstick, hit the ball, whack it around.
You play stickball, you play handball, you play all the cliche games get played. Scully caps get played. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows this. All the standards.
I played a little handball back in the day, a little racquetball with the hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may or may not have learned that in county jail.
Nice.
Everywhere else, I think it's a jail game.
It's a jail game. That's how you move. You don't get the rackets.
Our high school had a handball team. I mean, it's
develops good hand.
everyone.
formation.
Yeah, not everyone's good, but everyone knows how to play.
Yeah.
You ever play wall ball?
Like asses up.
So okay, you got a wall in front of you. You got three people. Someone will throw the ball, and someone else has to attempt to catch it. But if for whatever reason, if they touch it and they don't actually catch it, they have to run to the wall and touch the wall.
I think you're describing asses up.
Is that what that is? Okay,
Yeah.
different tomato.
Because if you lose, you get pegged.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a fun game, man.
Any game that involves abuse, if you lose, is good.
I
Yes.
feel like growing up back then, there was a lot more games where you threw things at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dirt, rocks.
Tackle the dude with the ball.
Right. You just kill the carrier. That's not PC anymore.
No.
Kill the carrier.
Kill the carrier. It's
You have to establish a welcoming and non-confrontational place to talk to the carrier about his behavior.
Yeah.
like, and now we're gonna tackle you into the concrete.
Yes, Tommy. See what happened was it's not you. You're still special, but you're holding the ball.
You know,
Nostalgia.
I
Nostalgia. I
you're
love it.
fumbling around a lot. Hang on to the ball.
So, coming back to All My Sons, what prompted you, or what was the inspiration to kind of get into the moving business?
So I had spent my whole career kind of managing hourly staff, right, and union hourly staff, and I was in the food service business, and somebody from All My Sons actually recruited me to interview with them, and like looked at the numbers and looked at what the opportunities were. I don't know if I believed them right in the beginning, but I certainly was. I didn't really have anything to lose. Right, I had a job that I was looking to, in a career I was looking to get out of, and that was in 2015, and I had an opportunity to come on board with their Richmond office and do some things there, and kind of never look back.
Yeah. Okay.
So being in the logistics business, I know that you guys are the preferred mover for SMU. You work with the football team
Sure.
and stuff like that. Can you talk about what all it entails, organizing that type of level of move, and what it's like working with the teams and the guys, and how you run it all and keep it all structured with all the, you said you had 56 moves yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's incredible, so how do you keep everything organized, structured, your team layout, how does it all kind of come together?
You've got to be honest on timelines, right? We control the move.
Yeah.
Right? I control the move. So, we'll hear what all your considerations are and what time you want to be out of something and what you need, and but build that schedule so that you're not setting yourself up for stuff you can't get to, right? And if a large customer like an SMU, right, or like a Cowboys or XFL or something like that, if those guys need you there at 10 o'clock, well, they ain't fucking there at 10 o'clock, right? I mean, that's and you build everything else around. Hey, what are the things I can't miss? Right? What can't go wrong? What has to be started exactly this time? What relationship is more important than everything else on my schedule today? And you take care of those, and then you build everything else, the best you can.
Oh yeah. Yeah, being in the moving business, thank you, because Caleb actually moved me and my family whenever I moved from my old place to the new place.
Nice.
And I mean, you talk about top shelf treatment, man. The guys came in. He sent his guy LV. LV walks my house, tells me the deal. He says this will be that. And then a day or two later, his guys came and, moved everything. I had a 2,500 square foot place, big place. Guys in and out quick. I had a giant paddleboard, like a 12-foot paddleboard that I just like mangled to get in basically through the old elevator. Just had to like force it, almost bending. His guys took this thing in 10 floors down the stairs, and it's like I couldn't believe they were able to do that. It's like the board is so long and huge, and it's just like the fear of dropping it would have been paramount. But yeah, I got to say, I've known Caleb for a few years now, and he's had a lot of his people move my people, and I wouldn't recommend anybody other than Caleb. And I know him personally, obviously, but just his character, his work ethic, and I know what he's about. So yeah, it's been funny. He told me a story once of a truck burning down, right? Yeah, a truck burned down.
Yeah, I mean, we have all sorts of wild stuff take place when you have that many trucks moving, that many guys. I mean, I tell people, we get a lot of guys that we teach how to have employment, right? Guys that just came home, or of course we've got background checks and certain things, but just no one's looking to start a career moving furniture, right? Humping the furniture, and so we really do develop some amazing guys. Sometimes those guys do dumb things.
Yeah.
And we had guys stopping for a smoke break between moves. Thank God, between moves, and not full of somebody's stuff. And
Yeah.
and windy day, right? And one thing leads to another, and next thing you know, the whole goddamn fucking truck is on fire.
Fuego.
Right.
Fuego.
Something happens, and a cherry gets whatever, or someone's cigarette got in the blankets, and not a good day for the boys.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But you don't lie to your customers. You tell them, listen, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to make it to your move today. What happened? The truck's on fire.
Truck's on fire. Like, with all my stuff.
You can't. Yeah, you can't. No. Yeah, exactly. You can't make stuff up to because you start lying to your customers. The guys they'll be the ones that unravel that, right? You start telling somebody, hey, we can't make it. Truck broke down, and then the oil leaked, and the tire went across the thing, and blah, blah, blah. When you finally get your guys there, they'll be like, oh, what happened to the truck? I'm like, what are you talking about? No one shut up. You drive it and show up to work today. I have no idea. This is my third job. Right? So always the truth's always stranger than fiction.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's tough work, too, especially in Texas, the summertime. It's 100 plus, 105, 108,
Yeah, it can be brutal. So, like, I'm for everyone that doesn't know, I'm I'm a manager with UPS, and I've been with the company for well over a decade. And I have to work with a union as well, so it's I know you can understand the push and pull that comes with that.
Sure.
So, just last summer we had a driver that this was one of my colleagues that I used to work with, but in the same building, just a different department. Had a driver that had a truck that had burned down. Was like, hey, he had called. I don't know all the details, but he's like, hey, I had a truck that burned down. Just let you know, blah blah blah. I'm good,
sure.
but I saw the truck in person. I was like, dude, what the was on that truck? For it to burn down like it was, because it was. I wish I had a picture, but it was just like a crisp, and that makes me think of how hot it is right now in Dallas, and the DFW area in general. It's so brutal right now. There was just a post office carrier that just had died the other day.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard about that.
Yep.
And I don't know exactly the exact temperature, but it was the guy was the poor guy was delivering someone's mail and died in their lawn because it's so hot. And it's just we're kind of sipping on some good alcohol right now, but it's the emphasis on hydrating right now is paramount. I'm not trying to get on a soapbox right now, but I mean,
listen, you're
hot
right.
It's hot as hell.
So we have to talk to our guys. Every day, right? And give them ice and give them coolers and make sure that everybody's got enough water. Make sure they're hydrating the night before, right? Like telling new people, hey, don't wait until you're sweating in 2 hours into your move, right? Start drinking tonight. If your first day is tomorrow. It's challenging, right? And it's challenging to do volume in that kind of heat. Right?
Yeah,
because everything takes longer. We had to up our crew sizes. So if we normally send you a 2-man crew, that's got to be 3.
Yeah.
If normally a 3, it's got to be 4. Because like you said, I mean, you listen to the news. They're recommending that you take a break every 15 minutes if you're having to be out in the heat.
Got to do what you got to do to take care of yourself, man.
Listen,
right, but charging by the hour.
It's a balance.
It's a balance, right? So we had to kind of up our crew sizes for some of those moves, and I mean, you have to. The guys are, their safety has to be number one, or you're not going to have them for very long, right? Nobody wants to work for someone that doesn't give a shit if they pass out in front of your fucking house.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
At all.
Oh yeah.
Right. So, knowing what their limits are, giving that information to your customers, right, is it's important, right? Because they're not gonna do it again next week and the week following, right? They'll call us in a year.
Sure, has to be.
And no one will remember. No one will remember that. Hey, it was really hot that day, right? No, the move sucked.
No, yeah.
So you gotta take care of them and get the appropriate people so it goes the speed you told them.
Yeah,
you told them it would.
Yeah, no doubt, for sure.
I've definitely worked summer jobs in the Texas heat. And, I mean, we just call it a Texas shower, grab a liter of water, a gallon of water from 7-Eleven, just dump it on our heads. It'd be so hot outside working. But it's true. Things have definitely changed as far as working outdoors. I see people working in, full, covers and shades and, swamp coolers outside. And I don't really remember that as a kid growing up. I don't remember it being, that hot. We were talking the other day about going to the local pool, the Elks Lodge,
Right.
Go with my grandpa, hang out with the friends, and we'd swim, we'd hop out, and we'd lay down on the concrete to dry off. We wouldn't use towels. We'd just lay on the concrete. And I don't know if we were just little idiots or what, or maybe it just wasn't quite as hot. But, yeah, definitely with my daughter, I tell her all the time, we hydrate. Always hydrate. Drinking water. I went to a military academy for high school, so the emphasis was always having a canteen on you, always having water. So that kind of instilled those, make sure you're drinking water aptly throughout the day. But it's a whole nother monster, especially in a business that you're in with such a high turnover, trying to keep people trained properly, keep them out on jobs that's sustainable. So I could definitely see that. When it comes to the client relations, the hiring clients and things like that, what are some of the more precious items that you guys have moved in the past? Or have you guys done any specialty moves where you move, say, a grand piano? Or how would you approach something like that if somebody had a lot of precious material art, things like this, maybe sports memorabilia?
So, I mean, for us, if you're not going to do an outstanding, pristine job at it, farm it out, right? So if you've got, if you need crating, you need things taken down that are one of a kind, right? If it's not something that building that or protecting it is going to be something that I'm going to do an incredible job. It's going to blow your socks off.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to hire a crater. I'm going to hire, and I'll build that into the estimate. Right. I'll build it in for you. Mm-hmm. We've moved all sorts of wonky stuff. I had somebody, the very wealthy families here in Dallas moved, and one of their tables was made after the last Sears door.
Wait, what?
They took the door from the last Sears.
It's like
store.
the appliance place.
Sears?
Sears?
Yeah. They took the door and made it into their dining room table. They had the last buffalo that was shot in the wild in Texas.
That's pretty cool.
That's some bougie ass shit right there.
Yeah,
What the
right, yeah, for sure, right? So, I mean, we're not going to protect that like we do, so in Sony,
right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they appreciate that.
Yeah.
These are the people I work with, right? So on and so forth. So, on those super ultra high, and then you have to pick the right people, right? So we've got guys that'll run through, 4 apartments in a day, right? That's not the person I'm going to send to that. I need to send someone that's going to be super patient, right? That's gonna do a great job, but also take their time, right? Some people that own things of that nature typically aren't, trying to get in and out in 2 hours.
Yeah.
Right? They want to make sure that when they do unpack and get resettled and right, everything's as it was.
Right. So whenever you guys are packing people up, what's some of the stranger things that you?
Oh, we find great stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, rubber dicks. I mean, dildos left and right.
all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
You pull someone's drawer open, bunch of rubber dicks, bunch of dildos right there on the top.
I found your
Right?
coffee mixers.
Yeah, they're like, ma'am, right? So that's that, or sir, you want to have your parties up to you. That for sure, right? We've moved dope boys, and you're gonna move the couch, and a bunch of cash falls out of the bottom, or drugs, right? And then when drugs come up, we have to leave because we're federally regulated.
Okay.
Right, so we, there's no turning a blind eye to something like that. Cash in weird places, jewelry in real places. Sex toys for sure. I mean, we've had. It depends on the situation. We found, someone says, "Hey, look out for Fluffy," right? We find Fluffy in the back of the hoarder apartment under a bunch of boxes. That'll happen quite a bit. You should alert them.
I'd assume you walk into some pretty interesting situations out there.
We see it all. Sometimes we have to be the first to, if you're going nutso, being in your apartment can be a safe place, right? You just go from your car to your apartment, no one sees you. A lot of times we're the first line of defense to let you know that, hey, I don't know if you're aware, but you got roaches all in here.
Yeah.
Right? Or stuff like that.
Speaking of nutso, so part of the service area that I manage with UPS is, I got a lot of, I manage like South Lake, West Lake, part of Fort Worth, Hazlitt, a lot of like rural areas like Decatur, Bridgeport, places of that nature. And I don't know the specific city, but in the country, we manage an area that has a nudist colony that we have to deliver to.
I've moved there.
You moved there? Wait, hold on.
I moved someone there, and as we got through the gate.
Okay. I thought you said
know.
you just moved there.
No, not me personally. But we didn't know that it was the nudist colony. And I remember my driver called and said, Boston, we just got through the gate, and these people, the clients are naked. Like, as soon as we got through, they immediately stripped down and got in their natural state. And then we went to go offload them. And I remember, like, looking the address up, and sure enough, it was the nudist colony.
It's crazy because, like, so.
Which, shout out to the nudist colony. They had a great move. They paid their bill.
Hey, okay.
Keep it natural.
Yeah, they were keeping it natural, keeping it funky.
Yeah, I was surprised with that because I had to do a ride along with, so what I have to do is, we have, like, annual safety rides. Just make sure the drivers, doing what they need to do. And no, like, heads up. No, hey, guess what? This is where we're going. We just showed up, and I'm like, you couldn't tell me, like, what was going to happen beforehand? So we just showed up, and I'm just like, there's all these naked people, and I'm like, what's happening? What's happening right now? It was crazy.
I always think about going to Europe and like vacation. You know, people go over there. Like, I'm gonna go to this nude beach, and there's a bunch of hot chicks. They show up, just a bunch of 40, 50-year-old dudes with.
They're the ones. Yeah, they're the ones that prefer to be out there,
moving around, dude. Out there moving around,
just dangling.
Yeah, man. It's a dangerous place to be.
So, question. I know you got some Air Maxes on right now. You big sneakerhead?
There was a time that I was.
Yeah.
And then then I feel like I just gave up. It's too
yeah.
much to keep up with.
It's a lot, man.
It's too much to keep up with. I do, you know, I'm a 95 guy for sure. Some 97s.
I love them.
You know, I got plenty of Air Maxes, but keeping up with that whole world.
Oh, that's a lot.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it's the same with like really anything, honestly.
tracking shit down.
Yeah.
You want a specific pair. You got to track it down all year, and this I just couldn't do it. It was too much.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. It's the same with literally anything. So like, you know, the last guy we had come on, you met him while he was in here. Shout out to Justin. You know, brought some good like tequila, whiskey, and stuff like that, and we were talking about this specific bottle that he had, and it's like if you have a specific distillery, like they come out with like 10. We'll use X because I have no idea how many like bottles like each distillery comes out with each year, but it's like it's so hard to keep up with all that stuff because like I'm a big when it comes to like whiskey and tequila, like that's my shit. That's my jam. Like I can talk about that shit all day. But it, like I love shoes. Obviously, I got some J's that I'm wearing right now, which are honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna mess them up. They're golf shoes. I'm literally wearing golf shoes out at the golf course, and Ryan was like, "Are you gonna mess those up?" And I'm like, honestly, I hope I don't. So I had to get these because like I have a big foot, and I'm like, I found a pair
That's
that
the
fits
other thing
me.
about having. So I'm a what's your size?
14.
So I'm a 12 and a half, but still, shoes don't look as good in that size. They don't look as cool.
No.
You'll think something.
No, they don't.
Awesome on you. It looks awesome, like all compact and little.
It's-
Have a big old boats on there. You can.
It's goofy.
You look goofy.
Yeah.
You look goofy as hell.
Well, since today or this weekend's Independence Day weekend,
He just said I look goofy. I'm sorry.
happy 4th of July, everyone out there.
No shots
How do
fired.
you guys feel at open-toed shoes in public? You know what I'm saying? If you're not going to the beach,
Hey, if it's hot,
is it a do or a don't do?
do. No, I'm wearing flip flops. If it's hot as hell, I'm wearing flip flops. I don't give a shit what I look like. If I'm comfortable, I'm good to go. I'm not dying. I'm straight. I'm good. So
Don't let those toe knuckles hang, bro.
hey, my toes are
I mean,
sexy.
we won't interview you if you show up in slides or house shoes or Crocs.
Oh, so if we're talking about interviews, a little bit of a different story. I even like thought about like, okay, should I wear shorts today or should I wear pants? Like, you know, it's kind of like going to like, it's like going to a comedy club or like, you know, you're sitting front row, you're wearing shorts. It's like, like that.
That's what I always think.
They're
when I
gonna
go to a
roast
comedy
you.
show.
They're gonna roast you if you're wearing shorts. That's just me. I don't know. Maybe I don't
You're
know.
gonna be an easy target.
You'd be like, look at this dude and his fucking legs out.
Come on, man.
Look at his
Hey,
legs.
nice shorts, douche.
Hey, way to fucking rock those thighs, pal. Just enough thighs so you're comfortable, but nobody else is. You
Yep,
know what
that's
I'm
right.
saying?
Got that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got that moose knucky showing out.
People are like, why are you always wearing low pants? Be like, don't worry about it.
I'm a runner. I like to run.
I like to be more aerodynamic when I
right.
fight. I will say this much. Costco is my favorite place of all time. Say it out loud. What's more impressive? Black American Express or an executive Costco membership? You know what I'm saying? Who's got more plugs?
I've never been to a Costco.
Oh, well.
Really?
Let me tell you, friend.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, listen. When you grow up in New York, you go to the, you go food shopping 4 times a week. Right?
Well, yeah, you
It's
said you're from
insane.
Queens, right?
Yeah,
that's
so
I'm sure
I
there's
would
not a
walk.
Yeah.
You know,
Hey,
walk
listen,
to my
bro.
corner.
They got glizzies at Costco, dude.
I never
Hey,
got into the
it's $1.
Costco. And then when I worked in the food, in a large food service warehouse, I would shop there.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Different
Costco's
different
our
world.
enemy.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
And Sam's Club.
Sam's Club, yeah.
Fuck Sam's Club.
You can get all the hot dogs you want, man. Why don't you tell us about some of those hot dog eating contests that go down out there in New York, dude? You ever spent some time eating some glizzies?
Joey
No, but
Chestnut.
I did take my my road test in high school was through Coney Island. So that was
Go on.
No, it was good. It was uneventful. It was uneventful. We
They were
turned
like-
around through Nathan's. Coney Island's always a good time. There's the people of Coney Island are a fun experience. The guy that the Bing Bong is from Coney Island. Coney Island's fun as shit.
Wait, hold
Bing
on.
bong.
Wait, what do you mean?
Bing Bong, fuck your life.
Hey, fuck your life. Bing bong.
It sounds familiar, but I think I'm ignorant. I have
They
no
do it
idea.
at the young
Let's
stars
try it
games.
again. Let's try it again.
When they score. Bing
Hey,
bong.
fuck your life.
Bing bong. Nothing.
Bing bong.
Nothing's happening.
Is it
What's
clicking?
coming through
Your
my head?
synapses are on fire right
try it
now.
one more
What's
time.
coming through my
Bing
head
bang.
is Toasty from Mortal Kombat. That's all
Nah.
that's going through my head.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm lost. I'm sorry. I suck.
Irregardless.
I am a loser.
It's all right.
It's okay.
Bing bong. Fuck your life.
Shout out Coney Island.
Shout out Coney Island. Joey Chestnut's over here
Shout out Coney
eating
Island.
glizzies, knocking people's teeth out.
Yeah,
Great road tests.
Kobayashi comes around the corner.
Kobayashi has been dethroned, my friend. We are now American champion hot dog eating country.
I don't keep up with all that stuff, but you know what? I would
It's-
love to do a any kind of eating contest. I'm a growing boy.
I
I,
can
would
f-
eat everything.
I'll
Let's go,
facilitate that for you.
dude. Let's do it. So there's a place in like Saginaw, Fort Worth area. It's a burrito place. It's called Badass Burrito, and they have a donkey, kind of like looking back, like I'm like, whatever. And I don't know the exact time that they will allow you to eat a burrito to win their prize, but it's probably like a minute or something like that. It's like a 3-pound burrito that someone I think ate like a minute and 11 seconds. If you can beat that time, they'll pay you like $11,000. And I'm like,
Listen,
I
man,
wanna
we
try
can
to do
train for this, and we can make this happen. I will Costamoto you for this.
I need to start working out. I'm a little
Be our
late.
guy.
We will turn you into a freight train
Yeah.
machine.
I'm
I
down.
love to eat burritos.
I'm
Yes.
down.
Just
Yeah.
inhale, swallow. Just take it out, dude.
I need to get back into working out. I work out like once a year.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So, damn, that's fucked up, man.
Look
So-
kind of soggy.
Yeah, I used to be into like bodybuilding and working out and all that stuff, and now
The big guys, they have a tough time on the truck.
drinking's my jam, man.
You get the guys with like the wiry strength or the not all yoked up.
Yeah.
Those guys, the big swole guys, they can't last all day.
No, they can't. They don't have the room.
No, they got no feet.
I don't think I've had any food eating challenges that I can think of. I know the one up in north, like it's in the Panhandle, right? It's got the giant longhorn steak. It's like a 80-pound steak you gotta eat.
Yeah,
Two
it's
sides.
72 ounces. They have
72.
sides as well. Does it? I feel like Zach, are you in here? Chris?
You gotta smash that thing. I think it's called longhorns.
No, it's there's a steak. We were
I
just
thought it was
talking.
like an Amarillo.
Yeah, that's
It's
where it's at.
yeah, it's
Right?
there's a competition that has like where you eat a 72 ounce steak in a certain amount of time in Amarillo or somewhere in that general area. The Big Texan, that's what it's called. Yes.
The Big
yeah, the Big
Texan.
Texan. Yeah, that would be dope.
Shout out the Big Texan.
I'd try that. I can't do it. I
Is it
wouldn't be able to do
confirmed
it now.
Amarillo? Have we confirmed?
Let's confirm Amarillo real
Location?
quick. Can we, Shawn, can you confirm Amarillo?
It feels like a
I'll look
moral
it up.
victory for some reason
Z-Man.
for me. It's-
Look it up.
Let's find out.
Let's check it out.
I'm gonna go with Amarillo for 200. I think that's right.
Amarillo for 200. Are we talking like Bitcoin, USD, wooden nickels? Like, what are you betting right now?
200
Confirmed Amarillo.
push-ups. It's either Amarillo or Laredo.
The New Yorker was on it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The Big Texan, home of the 72. Okay, here we go. They got an official website.
Our guy just confirmed it.
BigTexan.com.
It's been
Amarillo.
confirmed.
Welcome to the world famous Big Texan Steak Ranch in Amarillo,
Confirmed.
Texas.
Yeah,
Boom. There you
confirmed.
go. I would love to go there. I think my parents have been there
We
before.
would be happy to move you there.
We'll send you out there. Well,
let us know.
One little box fan handles
You let
Shawn
us know.
easy.
We'll get you a nice 5-man team out there.
I ain't trying to move right now.
Get you
I'm good.
right on over.
How the hell am I going to do the podcast?
What would you do if you moved to Amarillo, Texas? Is the question.
After you complete the meal, what's left over? I don't know what's left over there.
Shame.
Shame.
Bell.
What the? What?
They offer it for you. They would just follow you around. Shame.
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 We went to this spot called Trail Dust when I was a kid, and
In Amarillo, we sticking with the.
yeah, sure. It was in. We were driving through Amarillo, and we went to Trail Dust. They cut the tie off you. They had like the slide, so if you go in there and you're dressed up, because it's a barbecue joint, they're like, "How dare you, sir?" They come over, cut your towel, dude, and then they push you down the slide, whether you wanted to go or not, Christmas Story style. Just kind of shoving kids down the slide. It was excellent, dude. Just like little people with cut off ties, peanuts on the floor, screaming kids. It was classic. They had a dance floor in the middle. I picked up a chick that was like 10 years older than me, and my cousin's like, "How'd you do that?" I was like, "Because I know how to dance. That's
you-
why."
I'm a G.
I just got on the floor
Come
and
on now.
showed him the moves, dude.
The Amarillans love you.
Listen, 1-2 steps. How hard is it to mess up?
Amarillites? The Amarillites? Amarillans.
Amarillians.
We'll go with either or. I like both.
The armadillos. The fighting armadillos. The fighting armadillos. Have you guys seen that movie?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
No.
it's classic. It's got who's the girl from back in the day? The Irish. She was a beer model. Kathy Ireland. Remember Kathy Ireland?
That I have no idea who that is.
I'm not tracking.
Dude, I'm unfriending both you guys in real life right now. Kathy Ireland.
rude.
Let me say it again. Kathy Ireland. Anybody? Nobody? She was, anyway.
Is she a
was
redhead?
Chris knows who she is, I bet. Yeah. She was fine. She was like Cindy
Don't bring Chris to
Crawford's.
this.
She was like what Selma Hayek is to Penelope Cruz. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right.
She's like the hot, equally
She's hot.
hot,
She's hot.
variation of
Okay.
You get the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I lost my track, but she was fine. Shout out Cindy Crawford and
In the
And
Big
the other one.
Texan.
Kathy Ireland
one.
as well.
Yeah.
If you're listening,
And Amarillo.
my wife will give me a pass to take you out for coffee if you're listening out there. Come see me.
Non-confrontational date.
I would say like who are the women that you remember being young and being like, oh man, she's hot. New York, and then Louisiana.
So, for me, I've had this conversation with Courtney because she's like, who's like your all-time favorite like hall pass? And I'm like, I don't want a hall pass, Courtney, but you know what? If we're talking about it, we'll I don't know. For me, I'm just like, I'm so loyal to a fault. I'm just like, nah, like I'm all about you. We're good. But I was like, you know what? If I had to pick somebody, Avril Lavigne.
Really?
Yes. I don't know what it is. She's hot as
That's
fuck.
a
man.
vibe.
Yeah, she's hot as fuck to me, man.
It's an interesting
Yeah.
pick.
It's my
It's
jam.
an interesting pick, dude. I did not expect it to go that way.
No.
No. I feel like we'll give you a mulligan.
Fuck you. Who's yours?
No, it's mine. I would say, who's my crush, man? I would say, dang, that's a good one, man. There's a few. I'd probably have to say Selma Hayek in the scene from Dusk Till Dawn with the snake and the tequila going down her leg is probably
good
That's a
movie.
good choice.
Yeah.
when I envision like
We were Rosie Perez.
Rosie Perez, yeah. I would say that, yeah, Selma Hayek, yeah,
Yeah.
from Dusk Till Dawn, like in her early 20s, she was just uncontendable. She
Oh, yeah.
was like
Yeah.
classically gorgeous, you know.
Oh, for sure. No
Yeah.
doubt.
And then of course, you know, let's see here. I would say numero 2. I like the Blake Lively from The Town.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
a fan of heroin out, blonde-headed chick with a gold chain. Reminds me of
Right.
Oklahoma for some reason.
The
What about-
trashy whites.
What about I don't know her first name, but her last name's Daddario, the blue-eyed chick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? No, Daddario. Oh, if you see a picture of her, you know what I'm talking about.
You know who else is pretty good looking? Is that Dua Lipa? Have you heard of that chick?
Yeah, the artist. Yeah.
She's pretty good looking.
But not from childhood.
Huh? Oh, no,
from
not
childhood,
from
no.
childhood. Not from childhood. From childhood, it was like our 8th grade math teacher or science teacher. She was pretty hot.
Yeah, Miss Santella.
Yeah, she was good looking. We used to always wonder if Mr. Hutto like wear long sleeves. It'd be super hot outside. And then we found out on the road he was like a Vietnam veteran. He was like batshit crazy, tattooed, but he held it together well. But we always wondered, we're like, why is he wearing long sleeve shirts in the summer? And then we realized, you know, back in the day you couldn't show tattoos, but he was a bad dude.
Our music teacher in junior high was a little nutty, and then some chick assaulted her with a viola, as does happens when you start saying nutty shit. Apparently,
I mean, if you haven't been attacked by a violin, I don't know what kind of life. you live in.
yeah, they were gonna hit her with the violin probably, and they said this is not nearly large enough.
Like, I need something a little more heavy, a little more weight.
Let's get
to
the
it.
viola.
Let's get the
Let's get
viola.
involved.
Yeah, we'll play her a little ditty.
Yes.
Smack her over the head. Shawn,
Yes, sir.
why are you so tall, man? How'd you get so tall?
Oh, steroids probably. I don't know. My dad's tall as fuck, so not as tall as me though. He's like an inch shorter. So I'm 6'8". I'm
Yeah.
a growing boy.
Are you really?
Yeah,
6'8".
I'm like deceivingly tall.
I've seen you standing. You didn't
Yeah.
strike me as 16.
Well, it's weird because like, it's like I feel like if you're skinnier and you're tall, you seem taller. But like I'm kind of like I have a little bit more weight to me. So like, it's not until you stand next to me you're just like, you're really tall. So
Yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm a growing boy. How did I get this tall? You know, born in New Orleans, seafood, Creole, you know, jambalaya, red beans and rice. Shout out mama, making sure the food's hooked up. I was good to go. So had a lot of food to grow. So I don't know who the fuck this girl's name is, but I'm still trying to figure out this girl's name.
Let's jump to Caleb real quick. Jump to Caleb.
Do it.
Boom, Caleb.
Yo.
List your top 3 European American and South American women. Just put it on you right there.
Possibly Queen Elizabeth.
Smoke show.
Not so smoking, but if you was bumping uglies with the Queen, powerful pussy.
I feel like.
Very powerful, which I respect in my ladies.
Is that how you get knighted?
Powerful. It's how you get something for sure. You fucking you slap in cheeks, all of a sudden next thing you have a country.
You're like
you're a duke.
You're like, hold on, why do I have bubonic plague?
Well, you got that problem as well. So I go Elizabeth. I go South American.
South American.
Maybe one of the chicks from Apocalypto because they were down for the cause for sure. They were.
The ones with the
they had your back the whole time with the plate. Yeah,
plate in the nose,
boom.
yeah.
Not the crazy like my ones, like one of the original, like village folks.
Or Aboriginal.
The pregnant chick, she has the kid into the well. Shout out to Apocalypto. She seemed like she was down. Yeah, I mean those are my top 2: Apocalypto chick and then the late Queen.
All right, I got this girl's name, Alexandra Daddario.
I do know who that is.
Yeah,
You do?
Yeah.
I do know who that is. Yes, she's quite striking.
Let's see this beauty.
Yeah. She's pale hot.
So
You've
hot.
got a theme going on with the Avril Lavigne, and then you're not a big Melon fan.
Courtney, don't
which
kill
is
me.
not that I don't would never accuse you of being prejudiced, but
she looks
Nah.
like
you like your ladies just very pale.
she looks a bit constipated.
Depends.
Here. There you go.
You like an indoor cat.
Vampires.
Depends.
Good for you.
Vampires.
You live in your truth. I appreciate
Yeah, I'm
that.
from New Orleans.
Get your
Vampires
rocks
are
off.
there.
Get your rocks
Yeah.
off. What you want. I'd say.
That's how you got to do it.
Pale women, if that's go for it and get out there.
Yeah.
There is
There's
that.
ghostly women that want you right now.
There is.
You'll find them.
Hey, I'm good.
Is your lady ghostly?
Yeah, actually, she is.
She is.
She's quite
Yeah.
ghostly. Good for her.
Yeah, she's dope. Courtney,
Good
I
for
love
her.
you. She's dope. I
Yeah.
love her.
I'd say she's.
Yeah,
Well,
She's quite pale.
She's a redhead.
He's got a-
She's
Yeah.
a milky.
Yeah.
She's a milky gal.
Did you know redheads are like what do you call it? If they don't start breeding together soon, they're gonna go extinct.
Really?
Yeah, this is a fact. They're gonna be bred out of civilization. My brother is actually
Damn.
a soulless daywalker.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Wesley Snipes.
No, he walks around in the daytime with no soul. It's great. Like,
Yeah, he
he's-
eats like this. It just opens up from
Yeah,
the
he's
thing.
totally
Yeah.
cool. We all know gingers don't have
Yeah.
souls. It's known facts.
Yeah, South Park talked about that. Yeah.
They are a strange looking group.
Yeah, he's a bit wild. Yeah, he's out there.
They don't last very much. We don't. I'm trying to think of. I don't think I have a single ginger mover.
They're not built for moves, dude.
Oh.
They're built.
No, they don't. They're not out there in the heat.
No. You know what they are good at? Dungeons and Dragons. My brother is the man at Dungeons and Dragons, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets together with his friends.
He gets, how many sides in that dice? Is
They
it
do
18 or something? 20 something sided dice?
Do I-
I've
you
never
know-
played. I don't know.
You know, I don't know the answer to that question, because I'm not a super nerd. I'm sorry, Dungeons and Dragons players out there. You guys are nerds. I'm just saying it. It's you get together in a basement with your friends and wear capes. Something's going down in there. other
Shout
than
out to
Dungeons and
Stranger
Dragons.
Things.
It's probably made it. It's
Good
probably made it
show.
more popular.
I just hate it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't know how the game works. It's too
I don't either.
complicated. It's like you got a zing and you got a
I
zong
think you
and
gotta
you got a
track.
zing
It's all
zong and
the-
then this guy
it's
does
all
a
the
thing
games.
and then that guy's doing something. He's smoking a cigarette. I don't know. You know what I mean? Put some money on the
There's a
table.
lot of backstory.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I get it.
There's
It's-
a lot
it's
of the
complicated.
wizard came from the wazard, the zazard.
Yeah.
You know, I like things that are a little more straightforward, like golf, where you know you suck.
Yeah, I am
a
trash at golf, but I love it. It's so fun.
It is. I don't know what happens. It's like a certain point in a man's life where all of a sudden you're totally fine. Just like you just start golfing,
yeah.
right? And then
It's
you
so
suck,
weird.
and it's okay that you suck.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know
I've
when
never.
that exactly is, but you just kind of find yourself out there like, oh, I just do this on Wednesday now,
Well, for me,
right?
it's,
And I
it's for me.
and
It's
I hate
age-
it.
Yeah.
but fucking here I am.
For me, it's age 31. I just turned 32, and yeah, so I just started golfing, and here we are. So
Now, are you at the course like when you have a tee time? You at the course 45 minutes an hour early. You're hitting balls.
20 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, so
30.
I go right from the parking lot to the tee box.
We
I get
typically
right
check in
there.
and smash it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we check in.
I don't want to give all my good shots out on the range.
I don't want to stretch. How am I going to pull a muscle if if I stretch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got to walk away from this limping.
Yeah, Ryan and I will go golfing every once in a while, and we try to get there a little earlier. I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
We like to hit
Do you
a
bring
couple
your own
balls at
booze
the range.
in the bag? What's your?
Do I bring my own booze in the bag?
Let me go ahead and answer
Yes.
that question for you.
Is there someone is there people out there that are only buying their booze from the course?
I'm sure there
Those
probably
poor
is,
fucking
but
bastards.
no, I'm not doing that. I come
Why would you?
strapped.
Yeah.
You know what? You know what I need to show you? Yeah, he hasn't seen it yet. You know what I'm talking about? Got the suitcase? Give me a second.
Oh, he's got a suitcase. Check this thing out, dude. It's fucking.
That goes in his bag?
Yeah, dude. It holds things. It's radical. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. What does he got? What's in this thing? What's
It looks
in
like
the box? Shout out,
Should
Brad
hold
Pitt.
like some sort of launch codes
All right, so
with that thing.
Queen
So-
of the Damned was pretty hot too, actually.
Oh, yep.
I forgot about
That's
that movie.
fair.
Yeah.
Listen, late. That was a late reversal there, but that was a good call.
It came.
All right.
Very good.
So if you were to look at this,
Aaliyah?
you'd be like, okay, what's
It
in
was Aaliyah.
what's in
Yeah.
the box? That's like he was saying. What's
What's
if
in
you
the box?
What's in that
would
case? What
think-
you got in that
What
case?
would you think would be in here if you looked at it?
I would
Open
either
the
launch
box,
codes
Shawn, find
or
out what's inside the box.
Launch codes. We
it's
got
a launch
codes.
code vibe, like a firearm vibe.
Okay, yeah.
Possibly a watch.
So,
Maybe a large watch for Flavor Flav.
It's bougie. It's bougie.
What is in there?
So you got champagne,
You have to spin
two
around
flutes.
for the cameras here.
Yeah, we will in a second. Boom, and then you got a saber to be able to pop it open. It's bougie as fuck. Feel
Okay.
this. Feel that. I'm gonna turn this around for the camera.
Jimmy Hoffa.
I don't know how well the camera can
but
see
how do
it,
you fit
but-
that at golf? Well, I guess you walk in with it, no one.
Well, okay, we transitioned into like me being like, yeah, we fit this in the golf bag. No, we don't. But this is just a bougie thing I brought to just like kind of show everybody. So, but
this thing's
it's
nice
crazy.
too. Also, somebody gets a little crazy out
crazy.
there. You crack some.
That's a great eye poker. It's
Yeah.
a great eye poker right there.
So this is it's just some random thing that I found through a buddy of mine, and it's just some bougie ass champagne with some cool flutes and a saber to pop it open. It's cool.
You're ready.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
You don't have to get ready.
I saw that thing online and I was like, he must have traded his kidney for this. This thing is serious business.
No, I
Is it
didn't.
confirmed bulletproof or no?
Fuck no. It's like no, it's not.
It's
Just all show. That's fair.
confirmed to get some loving from the lady. That's what's for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's confirming that.
I love some bubbly. Like, oh well.
It just so happens I have this incredible black
I've actually.
box over
Have you
here.
seen a saber in a box?
In case
Let's
you
go.
know, I'm
Yeah.
gonna light the fires. and
Would you
kick
like
the
a
tires
carbon
right
fiber
now.
flute?
It is on.
Because I've got you.
Let's
You-
go.
You
Sean
picked
has-
you picked the right guy to let you take out.
Sean has quite the exquisite collection of alcohols and liquor at his house. I've been over there and I opened like a wall basically, and it just opens and it's just like
Yeah, it's crazy.
all the boozes
Yeah.
you've never seen or thought.
How'd you get
needed.
into that?
So I've always kind of had like an infatuation with like whiskey. For me, it started with whiskey, and
How do you have that? Was that Rip Van Winkle?
yeah. So that's that's Buffalo Trace product. Pappy Van Winkle. Old
Pappy
Rip-
Van Winkle, that's
Well,
what
no.
it's called. Yeah,
You
yeah.
said Old Rip. That's something. Another product that they carry as well, which is very expensive. But yeah, I mean, I've had Pappy Van Winkle Old Rip. I've never tried it. It's depending on where you're getting that from, it's very expensive. But I've always been infatuated with whiskey, and I have some buddies in Tennessee that kind of like really kind of turned me on to that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it really amplified once I moved to Texas. And because whenever I was in Tennessee, I was always traveling. I didn't
Sure.
really want to buy stuff and just have it sitting at the house, not doing anything, because I was never home. So once I kind of got settled in here, I was like, game on, let's go. So the bourbon game in the DFW area is, for a lot of people that don't know, it's very prominent. You got the Dallas Bourbon Club, which is, they're very well connected with like a lot of people in the area, and as well as like throughout the whole nation in the bourbon realm. And that kind of opened my eyes up to like just a whole bunch of different things. And I've been able to be connected with like certain people in the area to help me, get certain things like this that I just showed you, or cool bottles, or the tequila that you were just sipping on with the Echo tequila soda through, we had a buddy of ours that came on that was, he's a tequila connoisseur and former pro golfer, kind of opened my eyes up into tequila. So it's like, it's been a progressive thing, and I've spent a lot of money just like with my collection. I probably have right now probably over 200 bottles of just random stuff, and it's all good. It's all really good stuff. I've been able to help out Ryan with the bottles that he has in his shop and stuff like that. So it's a good conversation piece for sure.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
It's great.
Yeah. So
people come in and they ask me all the time. They're like, "Oh, where'd you get this bottle?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm the wrong guy. It's my guy Shawn."
Yeah.
I was like, the other day we were hanging out at his house after his birthday dinner. We went to this really nice restaurant. I think it was called Beatrice.
Yeah, literally Restaurant Beatrice.
Yeah.
So it's a New Orleans style Cajun restaurant.
Super cool place. Had great food, and then went over to his house and had some more about a chocolate cigar, right, and some more wine from my wife. But, yeah, he's trying to load me up with more stuff, and I'm like, God, you're too fucking good of a friend, man. I don't deserve it because I'm not drinking, and it's but the guys will come in and I'm just like, oh yeah, they start talking to me, get all excited. I'm like, hold on, let me call my friend real quick. Just, boop, Shawn, tell him about the stuff, and but it's incredible, man. I'm super grateful for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's been cool.
Yeah, no, I love giving it to him because it's I know that he has I don't know all of his clients, but I met some here and there, and it's I know that they would enjoy something like that. So, and I like to get people to feel loose. That's why whenever you came in, I was like, hey, you want something to drink? Let's go. Let's party. Let's do it. So.
Especially as you get older, you appreciate the quality of stuff.
Yeah, and it's not. Yeah, so for everyone listening, I'm not just shooting whiskey or anything like that. It's more of I appreciate the craftsmanship behind the brands. I enjoy I enjoy tasting it, understanding why I'm tasting it. It might sound pretentious or anything like for anyone listening, but it's not really like that. It's more of I enjoy the process. Because it takes so long to be able to have a good product. You can't just shit out a fucking good whiskey. That's not how it works. Or a good tequila. So, yeah, man, it's my shit, and it's literally what I'm involved in. Outside of work in the podcast, I am in that industry 24/7. So, yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
yep,
it's fun. So, but yeah. So, do you have any other questions for?
I do.
For Caleb.
Caleb, you're a new father. You're a family man.
Proud father too.
I know you are. Young Charlie and Amelia.
That's right.
The babies. The wife, Hannah. How is it being a new father? Being an entrepreneur, having the responsibilities that you have, being a dad. How does that change you and shape you as a man?
That's a big fucking question. I mean, listen, having a family is there's no time since I've had my kids where I'd rather be a different age, or I'd rather be a different time, or those I never loved nothing like that, right?
Sure.
But it certainly is more challenging, right? There's not a lot of there's no downtime, right? The long day of work, you got to drop that shit when you get home because you're needed. Mm-hmm. But my kids are awesome. Being a father's awesome. My kids, my daughter's funny as shit, mm-hmm. right? Charlie's, he's yelling and starting to crawl around, and he's 7 months. I love being a dad.
Yeah, it's been cool seeing you be a dad. It's been a lot of fun. Like you mentioned, a lot of the guys that come on the podcast have been clients of mine or the shop or friends of mine for years before, and it's cool to have that camaraderie with the guys. When I tell people, it's more than the shop. Get your hair cut at, man. I mean, I've been friends with him. He took care of me. We look out for each other, ups and downs through business life, entrepreneurship, things like that. So it's beautiful to see. I'm happy for you, man. You deserve it.
It is. I mean, it is challenging though. Being an entrepreneur, putting in the same, especially when you're still building and still growing and still trying to, you're. I'm not satisfied with where our business is, right? Yeah. I mean, it's at it's at a very high, but I want to still grow it all the time and putting in that time and those hours to do so. I mean, it takes away from your time to do other things, right? And that's a challenge that you have to start to get, right? I mean, when it was just me and my girl, you know, if I had to stay till 10 o'clock, I can stay till 10 o'clock and I come home and her sister's over with her friends and they're barbecuing in the backyard and right, everything's all straight, right? If I gotta stay till 10 o'clock, right, or I got a super busy week, you know, you don't see your kids for several days, right? And you don't give your partner any rest. You don't. So it's definitely a new logistical part of my life and piece about time and where do you empower, you know, people that work for you to make some of those decisions, and when can you step away, right? I mean, I can't stay at my office for start to finish 56 moves.
Right. You have to be very intentional and very,
your efforts, your energy's got to go right in the right places.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But it's a good tired.
Yes.
I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
It's a different tired. It's a good tired.
It's a great tired, man. I mean, the other day I came
fuck
home.
with my kids. They're fucking funny as shit.
It's great, man. They're like little drunk people. Like, you got to keep alive all the time.
They are. They're hilarious.
Like, don't put the knife down there, you know.
Yeah, it's cute because they're kids, but if you have an adult with just like, I just shit my pants, it's like, go away.
Slow down.
It is tough. There's a lot more shit than they like.
Yeah.
They try, and I feel like they try and warn you. Like when you're having kids, they try and coach about the shit. There's a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit. There's it's like a lot of it's laughter and tears and cuteness, and then also just shit.
Oh yes,
piss.
We were at a restaurant once having
Everywhere.
pizza with some friends, and Hunter was sitting there in her stroller because she's like 1 or 2 maybe, and she just projectiles like straight out, but kept it all like contained in the stroller on her.
Yeah.
So Marion, you know, like the Navy SEAL mother that she is like "Fa-fa-fa-fa-yow," and does a couple moves, changes clothes, wraps it up. People at the table didn't even notice it happened.
There you go.
You know, so you get like those are the funny things that happen that you're just
Right.
like, you know, that shit's hilarious. I
Yeah.
can't wait to tell her down the road. You know, but yeah, it's fun, man. You get to mold them, shape them, you know, educate them, school them, teach them things about the world, give them some skills, and hopefully, you know, they find a good path.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know how it goes like when they start making their own decisions, but it sounds scary.
This is why I have a great idea that I'm not going to say on the podcast because I don't want it to be taken.
We'll talk about it after.
But
so.
it's for all of us fathers out there. Just know that.
Yeah.
Well, Caleb, appreciate you coming on, man.
I had a blast.
It's been super cool. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, and whoever else is out there listening, aliens, I don't know who the fuck's listening, but appreciate you. Y'all have a good one. Peace.
Join us on the next episode of the Cactus Pit Podcast, where Shawn and myself sit down with Muay Thai coach and entrepreneur George Stallworth III.
Brought to you by Bearded Bastard Barbershop and Legacy Hi-Fi Studios.